Hi everybody, thank you so much for tuning in to my online tutorial on how to regroup within mixed numbers. I hope it helps. How to know if a fraction is equivalent to one whole or not. And we have actually been talking a lot about that leading up to this when we've been talking about equivalent fractions and then comparing fractions and then mixed numbers in general. So in order to tell if a fraction is one whole, the numerator has to be the same as the denominator. And we also talked a lot about how if I'm given a denominator, then I know what my numerator needs to be in order to make one whole. So for example, if I am given a denominator of 4 and I ask what's my whole in terms of fourths, that means that my denominator needs to be 4. And if I'm looking for one whole, if my whole is broken up into fourths or 4 equal size pieces, then I want my numerator to also be 4, saying that I have all 4 of my fourth size pieces. So we're going to use this thinking in order to help us with our regrouping within. If I'm given a mixed number of, we'll say 2 and 10/8, we know that we can simplify it further because we have an improper fraction, or a fraction greater than 1, as we refer to it in math these days, meaning that we have a whole that we can break out of this fraction and we can add it to the whole number that we already have on the other side. So if we're looking at eighths, we're thinking, what is my whole in terms of eighths? I would need all 8 pieces in order to have my whole. So I need to take away 8/8 from my 10/8 that I have. But I can't just subtract those out and then forget about them. They have to be switched over to a one whole number instead of a fractional form. I should have wrote out a script for this one. And then we're gonna add that 1 over to the whole number that we already have. So it's just gonna be taking it out of fraction form and adding it to the whole number side. So 10/8 minus 8/8, we're gonna be left with 2/8 after we subtract that out. And since we're subtracting it out of the fraction side and we're adding it to the whole number side, that's just gonna be 2 plus 1. And you can kind of see this balance too, where we have, where we're subtracting 1 out and then adding it to the whole number. So 2 and 10/8 is the same as 3 and 2/8. Okay, so that's one example. I'm going to do one more example. Let's do 2 and we'll do 2 and 5/3. So since I can see that my 5 is larger than my denominator, 3 over here, then I know that I have a fraction that's greater than 1 in my fractional side. If I already have a mixed number, why would I want a whole number and a fraction that's greater than 1? I'm just going to combine those two or simplify. So I can take 3/3 away from my 5/3, which is equivalent to 1 whole. So since I'm taking it away from my fractional side, I'm going to add it as 1 whole over to my whole numbers. So 2 plus 1 is 3. And then we have 5/3 minus 3/3, which is 2/3. So 2 and 5/3 is equivalent to 3 and 2/3. 3 and 2/3 is just the proper way that we're going to be saying it at our 4th grade academic level. I hope this tutorial helps you a little bit. I'm going to be coming out with one shortly for borrowing in order to be able to subtract mixed numbers. So stay tuned for that one, and I will see you later. Bye.